Cool. So crop it to the right square format, export it, and then I'm going to launch my Substance sampler. I've locked my Windows key and it's really annoying me. Anyone know how to unlock your Windows key? I wish I knew how to do that normally. Cool. And then we can do like new project, or we can literally just drag that photo into here as well. Um, so let me go find that photo. Modeling, week 9, and I'll just drag that here, create a new asset from a file, and I want to convert the image to material, right? So you can just click that. There's multiple different things you can do though, like there is convert multi-angle images. So if I took like images at a slight different angle, it also does the kind of the same thing what Polycam is doing, and tries to like actually get the details correctly. But for now, I just want to take one photo. That's okay. Oh my gosh. So, um, and just use that photo. So we're going to do convert image to material. And then it's going to ask, do we want matte or shiny? Ooh, do we want matte or shiny? We can always change it later, but let me make it look like granite maybe. So that's kind of matte, I would say. And it also has categories. So it also tries to figure out like based on what you're telling it. Let me say stone because like you're trying to get as close as possible to what you think it'll be, and it will like tweak its algorithm depending on that, right? So if you took a photo of fabric, you can tell it this is fabric. It'll know to try and like have the settings as close as possible. Again, we can tweak all those settings after, but this is just like useful for now. Hit create, and this is like it's going to do like an image to material AI thing, and it should render out here, and it should show us in a second. That's definitely not it, right? What's going on? I can't tell if it's still rendering or not. Hello? That's definitely not it. What? All right, we did it. It's great. Oh, it's still buffering? Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Jeez, that took so long. So you can see, right, this is pretty good. And it's created this material and it has all of the channels. So it's got and it can output to multiple different channels as well, because this is also substance, right? More importantly, this can output to a Substar, SBSAR, which means you can use this in Substance Painter. So I can make my own materials to go into Substance Painter. So now, while we're here, though, let's just mess with this a little bit. So first thing is, it doesn't tile, right? Which ideally I want a tiling material. It's fine if I like don't mind it, but it also has a repeating texture. So let me just see if I can tile it. And the way you can do that is you can add layers. If you hit a layer, there's a bunch of different things you can do. But let me look for tile. And there is, oh, which one do I want again? I think I want, I can't remember. So one of these is, let me try auto tiling and see what that does. Oh my God. Oh, okay, yeah. Auto tiling is the one that I was worried about. Auto tiling is for that, right? Where you have repeating patterns and it needs to see a repeating pattern in order to automatically tile. So like what Alan was talking about. I don't really have a repeating pattern here, as in like it's not like a grid that like repeats continuously. So auto tiling will fail. So I want make it tile instead. I just couldn't remember which one it was. Make it tile or tiling. I think they're about the same. And this should try to do like a blend at the edges and make it tile. That's actually really good. It's better than usual. What it does, if you click on any of these, right, there's like parameters down here. And let me tweak this and you can kind of see what it's doing, right? Like, so those are like the thresholds of where it's like getting to. And then we can like blend it out. Um, can you see that? Like if I up the contrast, like, and it slowly blends in. So you can slowly like you can tweak it so it gets even more like blended, I guess. And let's try to equalize color a little bit more, and let's try to match. That's not doing a huge amount, but I think that's pretty good, right? Can you still see the seam? I don't know if I can. Let me try and mess with the threshold a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I think now I can't see the seam. Oh, there's one right here. What's going on here? Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Okay. All right, I think we got it. Cool. And that's what Make It Tile does, which is very cool. And now I have a like pretty good tiling texture. Like there is still this bit, so I probably shouldn't have captured that, like that area. Um, but it's like pretty good for what it is, and I can now go and use this in a game. What I can also do, which is very cool, is I can blend materials together. So I can have either a material I've already made or a material that I can get from here. Let me look for mud, and I just drag it up here. It's going to take a little while to work, and now we've like blended the two materials together, right? And right now it's using something called a height blend. So because it's using a height blend, I should be able to shift the height position to like increase it or decrease it, like so. But I don't only have to use height blend. I can also use I don't know if curvature blend will work with this. Let me see. Yeah, so now it's using the curvature map so it knows where like there's dips and then it's using the dips to fill in where the mud is. So now this looks like mud has been thrown over here but like stamped into the cracks. So like the high bits still hold it. Sorry, they still show, but the bits that are lower hold the mud, right? Is that gonna make sense? Yeah. Cool. So like you can get quite a bit of variation by blending different materials together and like tweaking the way they blend. Um, we can also do other things like if for some reason I want to tweak this so that this is a like brick wall. Let's do brick wall. I can convert that texture into a brick wall. And it will just add this grout in between it and also convert them into like little bricks. There's like a bunch of presets here. It's in English aged. There we go, like that. And we're starting to get like pretty like from that one image, I have like super different kind of like options that I can do with it. You can change what the cement looks like, so that right now is all like I can make it like for no reason. Let's do like right, cool. What else was I gonna do? And I think I can offset these as well. So yeah, I can do like, ooh, don't know if I like that. Let's do a regular square. No, let's do, okay, that's fine. And then I can add other stuff. So like the stuff like cracks, for example, you can just like slap on cracks. I'm going a bit hard here, but like, can you see the cracks? A little bit. I'm gonna try and do heavy just so you can see. There you go. So you can see them show up. And now we get like a much more weathered kind of look. There's like a random seed, so if you don't like the look of it, you can like tweak that to get like re-roll the dice, I guess, of like what seed you want to use. You can change the crack colors, like how intense they are, how deep they go, etc. And you're like just overlaying this layer on top of layer. I think there was a moss one, which is very cool. Moss. I think moss is really cool because moss, I can make that moss show up in the cracks only. And not like so right now it's all over the place, right? Technical parameters. Where's my height? So that's like just showing all over, kind of, which is not bad. Like this is actually pretty usable as well. But if I wanted to do a thing where it's like, again, like you see with regular brick walls, the moss kind of grows in like the little areas in there. So again, I could try to blend this. Can I? Oh, why can't I? Typical parameters. So I go down in height and try to get it on the lower ones. Um, where's custom mask? That's custom mask. So I think with this I can paint a mask. Yeah. So I can be like, show up here and not like, and only here, which is pretty useful. So, I'm trying to change the blend, but I don't know if I can actually. Okay. It's still pretty good. Yeah, so there's a ton of other options as well. Like we don't really have time to go through all of them, but they kind of say what they do. Cracks will add cracks, dirt adds dirt on top of them. Discard gums? Is that new? Oh, gross. Is it just gonna add gums everywhere? Like chewing gum. I haven't tried. Oh, gross. I mean, realistic though, right? Well, if you're doing like a pavement thing, it's pretty good for realism. I never saw that before. That's hilarious. But yeah, you can see like a ton of different stuff here, right? Like you can do. I've never tried water either. Don't know what water's gonna do. Oh, okay, just adds water. That's very cool. Um, and then we can do snow. Oh, and we can stylize, which is a new thing. So stylization will make this all. Hopefully, I don't know what it's gonna do with this because it's crazy material. But oh, that's very cool. And now it looks like something that exists in a fantasy game, as opposed to like so. Stylization has. Sorry, it is magic. So yeah. So from that city texture outside, we've got now a stylized brick wall with cracks in it, and mud, and it's wet, right? And it has moss. So you can really like push and play with the materials. Or if you want, we can go straight up, just like remove everything. Oh, sorry, I don't want to come. And we go back to what our original was. Well, actually, the moth, I like the moss. And we can get something like this, which is also very useful depending on what we're trying to use it for. This is particularly useful for your realistic models that you're doing now. So if you can get a material, if you're like, I knew this was a specific kind of like wood, right? And if you can find a flat version of that wood and take a photo of that, you can then convert it to this and use that as your material. Similarly, if you had a like like the little bits which have like a lot of detail in them engraved in them. If you have a great photo of that, you can take that, bring in this, and this would like convert that. It will also give you the normal maps and give you the detailing as well. So it's really, really powerful. So that was a long-winded thing to say. Let me just check my Polycam and see how that's doing. How's it still uploading? That's crazy. Okay, my Polycam's still uploading. But for today, I wanted you to do an exercise, which is with your phones, go anywhere you want in Game Center, go outside, I don't care, go in Brooklyn. Um, find textures that you like, so images of like a wall or like a floor or whatever, and also try and find one thing that you want to scan, and you're going to change the material of that thing. So like for this, whatever this thing is, I'm going to try and change that to like maybe look like it's granite with moss on it or something. So like change that material. So that's your exercise for today. Does that make sense? Cool. All right, let's go. And let's try and finish it before class ends so we can look at it.